Happy day 24 of Vlogmas. It is 10 o'clock. We are having a lovely, lazy morning after some disturbances through the night with puppies and doors freezing and whatnot. It was really cold last night and I don't think the front door got closed properly, so it was kind of frosty and frozen and weird. I just had a lovely breakfast of some toast with some almond curd and some jam. Delicious. The dogs are snoozing. Brad and Sam have started the cinnamon bun process. We've got, they're starting the bread making. So the yeast is just sitting here doing its thing. So I'll show you that process through the day as it's happening. I probably should have explained this. This was the thumbnail last night. We got this beautiful bottle of an ice wine combo sparkling wine from our supplier at the wine store. So that's going to get chilled to enjoy before our Christmas Eve munchies this evening. So Christmas Eve dinner for us is kind of appetizers, appies, picky things. We don't do a full meal. And I have a really fun new dessert I want to try and make using Terry's chocolate orange to make a pudding, basically, with whipping cream and a crust of digestive biscuits. It sounds delicious. So I need to, well, I was going to say I need to empty the dishwasher and clean the kitchen, but I'm going to go back to the couch and finish. I've finished one sock of my Woolens and Nosh stripe a day, and I'm just casting off the second sock. I will have a finished pair of socks to show you later today. Okay, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. It is December 24th. I have finished my Woolens and Nosh Stripe a Day socks. If you do not want to see these socks, Woolens and Nosh Advent Stripe a Day. Spoiler, spoiler, last warning. Here we go. My socks are finished. So I started them toe up and then did increased 4 stitches for my Fish Lips Kiss heel. Did a mini gusset up the top to get to my regular amount of stitches. I did a 68 stitch sock for these ones because the yarn's a little thicker. And I just wanted to make sure. So I've done a texture pattern. It's kind of a Hermione's, except I've done the knit 3, purl 1, knit 1, and then knit 3, purl 1 again. I've just duplicated it. So I've got pearls double stacked with a knit row in between. So that's what I did for my texture, just to keep me going. So I used the contrast for the Fish Lips Kiss heel, obviously, and I used a little bit of contrast just to finish up and bind off the cuff. So that's my 24 stripes. Loved the yarn, loved the socks, but I didn't enjoy the experience of knitting them as much because I wasn't able to talk to my friends or show my friends them. You've already heard my opinion on this before. So the dessert of the day is making a chocolate orange pudding dessert thing using a Terry's chocolate orange. So I've reserved 6 segments. I've already started. I didn't think to show you. I've got some whipping cream, which is the closest I can get to double cream. The recipe is English, I'm guessing. This is digestives bashed up into crumbs with a bit of butter. And I've got the chocolate, some dark chocolate, and the rest of the Terry's chocolate orange in the microwave. I will link the recipe down below. I found it on Instagram. Yeah, so this is getting melted in the microwave in 30-second increments. It's just starting to soften up, and I can't do this one-handed, so I'll be back when it's done. Yeah, that was fast. That was just over, I think it was about 1:20. So this has to cool. I've got to fluff up the cream a little bit, but not too much. A bit of Bailey's. How bad can it be with Bailey's in it? And I'll come back when I'm assembling. It's a Canadian refrigerator. Got the champagne out here. Nice Pinot Noir rosé. A little strawberry Bellini to mix with some Prosecco later. And just some soft drinks getting cold. Cinnamon rolls in process. I kind of forgot I should be out here showing you. Brad's made a bread dough, and they're kind of a combination cinnamon sticky bun. He puts a layer of brown sugar, butter, and almonds in there, melted, and then lays the cinnamon buns in there, so we get a nice kind of saucy, Holy crap, that's a big batch.
No, it's not half batch, babe. This is only a half batch.
These are supposed to be for tomorrow, but I can imagine us getting into them later. So first he bakes the delicious cinnamon buns. Well, I'm assuming they're delicious. We haven't tried them yet. And then he goes outside. And then he goes out and does the snow. He's a handy fella to have around. So I completely failed on the vlogging front today and forgot to show this. Sam and Brad, mostly Brad, made a Yule log, which is our version of a Christmas cake. So it's a chocolate roly-poly cake or a chocolate sponge cake with buttercream icing inside, and then iced with buttercream icing, and then with our old trees and Santa, and then dusted with some icing sugar. So we'll have that tomorrow after our turkey. So family puzzle night has started. This is this year's. We're just grabbing all of the side pieces out, and we're already commenting on some edges. Crazy shaped pieces. Yeah. And there's a lot of yellow.
Which end of the top is the puzzle?
No. This chocolate orange dessert was delicious, and we will definitely be doing it again next year. Well, this is a Christmas Day bonus session because Christmas Eve evening kind of got away from us. We were puzzling and playing games and making cocktails, and we just had a really fun night. And I didn't pick up the camera, so I thought I would come back anyway because I still have a 25 in this. I don't have a 25 in the little bag, so I still have one more scrap to go into my granny wrap, which I'm wearing today. We're keeping bedroom doors closed because Maverick is into everything and trying to explore. So my craft room is quite cold this morning, so I thought I would just throw this on while we have a chat. I also have my full skein from my coastal holidays from Yarn Indulgences. So I thought we would open these together. We'll wrap this up with a bow, and I will carry on Christmasing with my family, who are in the kitchen right now making brunch. Fabulous. Okay, dark and moody. So I think what I'm probably going to do is find something either a 30 or 40 gram leftover, and I'm going to do a full row from one end to the other, just to finish this off. It is a very good size. You can kind of see it's down well below my elbow. I'm going to trim off all these little ends from where I wove in as I went. But yeah, this is just going to be a lovely snuggly thing while I watch TV and sit and knit. I'm really happy with it. So I'll pop this one in, and then I'll find something to put an edge on and trim the ends, and we'll call it done. Which has been a really fabulous Advent. Stripe a day, 2 stripes a day really, but it's been really easy for me to keep up, which is, you know, for as busy a month as it's been. I kept up with my stripe a day socks, which I'm wearing. I showed you those yesterday, so I'm wearing them today. So I have a new pair of socks for Christmas morning, which was lovely. And I have a new shawl for Christmas morning, basically, fundamentally. Yeah, we had a good night's sleep last night. We did not have a good night's sleep on the Christmas Eve into Christmas Eve. The dogs were anyway. The getting settled, of course. You know, Maverick. It's his first time visiting with us, so last night was a much better night's sleep. We didn't get up till 20 after 8. So Rob is making us one of his family's Christmas tradition dishes. A sausage pie using puff pastry. Smells amazing. It's getting ready to go into the oven. We've got Brad's cinnamon buns to enjoy first. I've got Prosecco chilling in the outdoor fridge for our mimosas. And we're just going to have a really fun afternoon. We're going to get the puzzle set back up. We put the puzzle on a mat and then roll it up so we can put it away. I can hear the dogs jackarsing around. Brad is supposed to be supervising them while the kids make us brunch. And I can hear him in the kitchen talking to the kids and not supervising the dogs. Before I go off on a tangent, there was one question that I know I've missed for sure. I may have to go through the search technique and see what else I've missed. Somebody asked how Brad and I met. So Brad and I met in January of 1990. Friends of ours, my friend from high school, the guy that she'd been dating, joined the military as well. Him and Brad were in basic training, and basically that's how we met, through our friends. And yeah, it was pretty instant, and we were making long-term plans pretty quickly. Yeah, yeah. And it's been, so what are we going to be, 2025? And so it's going to be 35 years that we've been together, starting in January. And I can't imagine life without him. He's my best friend. Makes me laugh, which these days is a good skill to have. Anyway, let's go back to the yarn. Minnie, let's open this. Let's open this day 25 before I get silly. I haven't even had anything sappy. Oh. So I knew this was going to be a variegated skein. And it's the teals and the light mauvey purples going to grays, going to the greens, the mossy, seaweedy greens. Oh, it's lovely. So this is 400 yards, 365 meters of 75% superwash merino, 15% cashmere, and 10% silk. And it's just lovely. I was very kindly gifted. I forgot to ask if I mentioned your name, so I'm not going to. I was very kindly gifted the terrarium wrap. It was an advent project by Lisa Wick. I just got the update this morning. I'll put a picture in here for you to show you what it looks like. Thank you so much. I have sent you a message, but I wanted to say thank you here as well for that. That may be what I do with this, with my advent. I've got to figure out if I want to incorporate the full mini or the full skein as well as all of the minis. What I need to do is lay them all out and figure out how I want to work with them. But that's going to be a New Year thing. I thought it'd be fun to do that today, but I just don't have the time today. I need to be heading back out there shortly. Cinnamon buns are calling and mimosas are calling. Was that everything I wanted to say? I think it is, except for a big thank you. Thank you for being here and all of your lovely comments through the month of December. I have really enjoyed this extra Advent countdown, and being, it just gave me it was an extra project, an extra element to my December, and I've really, really enjoyed it. You all very kindly said you didn't care if the recipes and the content was repeated, that there's a certain comfort to that, and you're totally right, because I get that from the Vlogmases that I watch. So thank you for being here. Thank you for the comments, the suggestions. I will be getting back to you through the comments over the next couple of weeks as I catch up. I wish you the best festive season with family and friends that you love. I hope if this is a hard time for you that it passes quickly, that you can find some joy in your crafting and get you through until life gets back to normal, because it's coming back to normal very quickly. We'll have Twixmas week, and then January hits and we hit the ground running and off we go. So I'm going to try to wrap this up with some grace and wish you the best. And I will see you very soon. I wish I had a mimosa that I could cheers you, but I didn't think that far ahead.